take me back to June 14th and what you were covering that day and what you were reporting.
Yes, I was covering No Kings protest on June 14. Basically, they were two protests in Atlanta. My colleague Alondra Madrigal was covering one in the morning, and I take the second one in the afternoon. Uh, it's got a really bad decision for me because she's U.S. citizen, and probably I will have to cover the first one. The first one was very nice, everybody friendly. The police never arrived. But in the second one, since the protest started, the police came very aggressive. Everything happened for some reason. But I was arrested that day when I was covering the protest, talking in my cameras, my cell phone in Spanish. I'm not sure if something like that is the officer will disagree, or I'm not sure, but I see them watching me when I was reporting on live in Spanish. It's hard to believe. Maybe it's because I am Latino, but they arrest me and they transport me to the DeKalb County jail. I was facing three misdemeanor charges, and my attorney filed for that. The next 2 or 3 days, all the charges were dropped. But even that, I stuck me in custody because they say I'm illegal. I was illegal alien. But it's not true. Obviously, I have a work permit for the last 20 years. But for immigration topic, right now, you have work permit is nothing. It was my problem.
When you left that day, did you think there was a possibility that you wouldn't come home?
At this moment, I'm not sure, but this is my hope. I hope I can come back to my second country. I see United States like my second country because my two kids was born there and they grow up in Atlanta in a safe environment, in a safe place. This is my hope. Come back soon, maybe 1, 2, 3 years. I'm not sure, but I know I had some punishment because I was deported. When somebody is deported, face punishment, legal punishment. I'm not sure. Hopefully, my attorney can do something with that. But this is my hope.
When you were arrested and you were identifying yourself as press, did the officers say anything to you? How did they respond?
Literally, they ignored me. They ignored it. They know I was member of the media because I was my credential with me and the best was press in the front and the chest and the back, but they don't pay attention to that because for them is I was one more immigrant. I was facing charges for be part of the demonstration. Even I was never part of the demonstration. Probably they believe because I am Latino, I was with the demonstrator, but it was not true. I was covering the protest. If they don't do nothing against me. The only thing is they put me the handcuff little strong. Basically I have the next 6 hours with a lot of pain in my. It's the only thing, but probably it's normal proceeding. It's in a moment like that with a lot of stress. Maybe it's a normally proceeding. I'm not sure.
But they did knock you to the ground, correct?
Not really. The only thing is, when I was with there, I feel tired. I feel tired, and I asked them if I can go down. They told me yes, but no, they don't put me in the ground. They never put me in the ground.
Did they ever explain to you what charges you were facing?
Not in the moment. They never told me. I asked them what charge I was facing. They don't tell me nothing. Nothing. They only told me you will know soon. But I realized until the next day.
Had you ever felt pressure to stop reporting before that happened?
No, it's my first time. I have a experience. Maybe I have more than 100 protests covered in El Salvador and in United States in different states. Just the day before I was arrested, I was covering a protest in Texas, El Paso, Texas, immigration protest against ICE too. I was covering in El Paso, Texas. I was arrested on Saturday, and on Friday I was in El Paso, Texas, covering a protest. The same night I traveled to Atlanta, and the next day I was arrested. But it's my first time. I think like that something happened to me, but I covered more than 100 protests in different countries. Never imagined I will be arrested in a protest. It was something horrible.
And you were filming it as it was happening too, which is striking.
I was recording everything. It's a surprise for me. The video when I am out of the jail, the videos, a lot of videos was deleted. It's weird because they confiscated my phone. They give me a search warrant for confiscating my phone, and my attorney had tried to see who would delete all the videos. It's frustrated because it's part of my local channel. Only if they have a authority for giving me a search warrant for my cell phone to check what I have there, it's not a reason for delete something. But it's weird. I was filming everything, but all videos is disappeared. Probably some of my colleagues, they download and they have it, but I don't have nothing.
Do you know what happened to the videos?
Not really. My attorney had tried to figure out what happened with the video. They asked the sheriff and they never respond. Until this moment, I don't have charges, and until this moment, they don't return the cell phones. My attorney are fighting in court for take the cell phone.
Oh, you still don't have your electronic.
No, this is a new cell phone I'm using. The one they have my two cell phone, my work for MG News cell phone, and my personal cell phone. They have it. They give me a search warrant with the judge. They put they suppose they believe I have some evidence related my traffic violation, something like that. But they never put me charged. They put me charged, but they drop. But they never return me the cell phone. The only thing I think they do is delete material. It's unfair. It's unfair because I'm a journalist. They have to respect the thing I have there.
Did they return anything to you when you were released?
They only return me the bulletproof and the helmet and my watch and my jewelry. It's only that. They never return me the cell phone. The other thing, yeah, they give me everything. My wallet with my money, they return me everything except the cell phones.
So all of your reporting materials and sources are on your phone, obviously.
Exactly. I have to start from zero now. I have to start texting my contact to verify numbers. It's frustrating. Just today, I told me that my attorney, I asked him, what's happening? We are in court waiting, but it's more than 4 months now. It's sad. It is sad. They don't want to return me the cell phone, even I don't have charges. Even I was deported, it's horrible. It's freedom of press violation. It's obvious.
When did you realize that deportation was possible?
I have the hope until the last minute. You have to know I was in the plane. The plane was arriving to El Salvador. When the plane arrived, I said something will happen now. Probably high-level source, a high-level government officer will text or call the ICE in the plane. They will stop my deportation, and I will return to my second country with my family. I never imagined it when they called me because immigration, the police, the national police from El Salvador called my name. I was the first person to come down to the plane. They called my name. I went out, and when I started walking down, I say, wow, it's a reality. I'm in my country now. It's not the way I want to come back to my country. It's not the way deported like a criminal with nothing in my hand, only bulletproof and helmets. Was frustrated. But until the last minute, I still have the hope to stay in the United States because I believe in the justice of the country. I believe in the justice. I believe the judge, somebody will do something. But, it's not happened to me. I don't have the good look like other people. Even the judge granted me bonds. They revoked the bond. Everything was different with me. Everything was different and horrible because I'm journalist. I was personally.
Was that your first time back in El Salvador since you left?
Yes, almost 22 years. It's the first time I come back. Everything is different here. The good thing is when I came, the authorities here, they received me like in a very good condition. They offer me, you need ride for any specific place, your home, you need something, you need money, are you hungry? I tell them, yes, I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. I need to go to eat pupusas because I had 2 days with no food. They ask me, they don't give you food? Yeah, ICE give me food, but I refuse to eat because when ICE transport me in 5 times for different facilities, I learned the lesson. When you are transported, you have to eat. It's no good idea to eat or drink because for long hours you are handcuffed. It's not easy to go to restroom. And I learned the lesson the first time. When every time when they move me, I refuse to eat during the 1 or 2 days.
Which facilities were you transported
I
to?
was transported in the beginning. I was in DeKalb County jail. The second jail I was in Folkestone. Then they moved it to Gwinnett County. The Gwinnett County they moved it to Floyd County. The Floyd County they moved it to Atlanta Federal Prison, a prison in Atlanta near to the zoo. And then in the federal prison, I was victim of extortion. They put me a rent $60 per day for don't hurt me. I was there 3 days. The fourth day in the morning, I stuck me out when my attorneys and my consulate request to transfer because I was victim of extortion. And the fourth day, they moved me to Folkestone again.
Are you um are you restrained during the transport?
No. Uh, During the plane, yes, I had handcuffs, uh, my hand and my feet. But when we came to El Salvador territory, they let us know we will arrive in 30 minutes to El Salvador. They take out everything. They take out the handcuff. When I say, oh, okay, it smells like freedom, I tell them, it smells like freedom. Please don't give me one more order. I tell the ICE officer, don't give me one more order because I'm free man now. They don't tell me nothing. When they take me out everything, I realized I was free after 111 days in jail.
How many detainees were on the plane with you?
138, 15 women, all Salvadorian. In the beginning, we believe probably they will stop in Guatemala or another country, but no, all was Salvadorian.
When you first had your bail granted, did you think you'd be able to go home and fight your immigration case?
Yes, when the judge heard the testimony of my attorneys and all the proof in my favor, and in that moment, I told the judge, I don't deserve bond because I was a danger for the community because I was following them and I was reporting on the operation, put in risk the life of the officer. That is not true. They told the judge, and the judge say, I will grant bond. But in the same moment, the district attorney from ICE told, I will appeal. She appealed, but 3 or 4 days after. But starting the same day, my family went to ICE with the money. They went to the bank, take the check, went to ICE office to pay. They refused to receive the money. They come back next day. They refused to receive the money. They went 3 days frequently, second consecutive to try to pay, and they never received the money until they say, okay, we already appealed. We are not able to pay anymore the money. This is when I realized I will not be free. But it's sad because I saw stories in the past. I covered a story in the past when criminals, people suspected murder, are out on bonds, and was frustrated to me because I never commit a crime and they revoke my bond. It's sad. Only because they are trying to keep me in jail.
After some point, you faced additional charges that they filed from an incident before your arrest. Why did you think they were pursuing those?
My attorney has knowledge about the communication between both agencies, the Gwinnett County and the sheriff and Gwinnett County sheriff and the ICE. We are sure they have an agreement to damage me and destroy my record. But the good thing is, was a minor offense. It's not big crimes. It's minor offense, traffic offense, and my attorney fight for that too, and they have a victory. All charges was dropped. Even they have proof. Even they have proof because they have videos made by me. But unfortunately, nothing works. I still keep me in jail because they told me their goal is deport me. When the ICE officer was transporting me, they told me in the cars, Mario, you sign your voluntary departure, you can leave tomorrow in a private plane. But if you prefer to fight, you will stay months, probably years in jail. They told me. I tell them, don't worry, I'm patient. I can stay in jail a long time, don't worry. But it's not true. I was frustrated, but I honestly don't want to show them emotionally was affect me. I try to be strong. but it was true in the beginning. In the end, it was 4 months, 4 months in jail, and that's horrible for me because everything the same routine, the same, especially the first 72 days. I was alone in a cell, a small cell for 22 hours inside. They put me in a solitary confinement uh, cell. When I asked why, they told me for your protection. You are a public figure, you are famous, and you are risk in the general population. I tell, no, I'm not in risk. They are Latinos. They respect me. They say, no, you are in risk. They never take me out until my attorney sue the government for keep me there in solitary. 3 times to check to meeting with a psychologist in the jail, Folkestone jail. The Dr. Hines, she helped me a lot. She helped me. I literally cried with her. I explained how I feel, how I miss my family. I explained her I was have a dream, a night dream. Especially, I was one night. I remember I was dreaming the police chasing me with weapon, shooting me. I wake up scared, and I have a two panic attacks when in the middle of the night around 1 or 2 a.m. Especially because I have a light 24 hours. I never know what is day, what is night. Only when I ask the guard, hey, what time is it? And they give me the time. But it's something horrible when you are in a special place like that. And the next day you see people crazy coming, people who fight, other inmates who fight with others. And they came and they put the cell next to me, and they tried to jail, fighting, and put it saying bad things. It's something horrible because some people is crazy, and I was with them. It's 72 days until I finally decided to move me to a general population. They moved me to a general population with 35 more inmates. I was the 36. It's 36 in the unit. This is why I realized what happened. They don't want to put me with the people because the same day when I came, everybody was happy with me. They sit around me. They tell me the stories. Um, I have right now. I'm waiting for 4 inmates. They are still in jail. I'm in contact with their wife. They are still in jail. One is from Colombia, one is from Nicaragua, another one from Guatemala, and one from Mexico. I have their story. I sit with paper and pen. I interview them inside. I have their story. I only have pending to video and picture for the story. But when they are moving to Colombia and the other country, I will going to try to let them know my community what's going on.
You were reporting while you were in the facility.
Yes, basically I was working. I was doing journalism there inside, sitting in the floor. When everybody was playing basketball, I was sitting writing the stories of the people.
What did you learn while you were talking to everyone about their stories and how they came to Folkestone?
Uh, it's only confirmed me. Was doing racial profiling. They are chasing people because how they look. I confirm immigration is doing racial profiling, just watching people. Oh, he look like immigrant, chasing the people. It's sad because it's supposed it's inconstitutional. It's supposed it's against the law, the racial profiling, but they are doing that. Also, it's something injustice. If you run, not necessarily means you're criminal, right? But they are treat the people like criminal. They put on the ground, and they use all the force. When the people see immigration, they run because they don't have paper. They don't run because they commit crimes. They run because they don't have paper and they are scared. And the two ICE officer broke one of the leg of this guy. It's really a story. Also, I see when they moved me to Louisiana, the last night before I was deported. Another Colombian man uh, came out to the cell, jailing with blood. He literally caught one of with the shave. He caught one of the hand. He has a lot of blood, and the guards was around him, and they called 911 and the ambulance. I tried to I helped him with the translation because nobody there speak English. He told me his name was Daniel Leonardo. Uh, I was not able to find his alien number, nothing more, but hopefully I will know who was. I only know the unit. He was in Alpha 1 with me, and Daniel Leonardo from Colombia is the only information I have, but he tried to commit suicide because he don't want to be deported. It's something horrible happening in the detention centers. Believe me, it's really sad what's going on in the detention center, especially with ICE. The immigrant, we are vulnerable. The immigrants, I think, is the worst victim of this system at this moment.
How often were you able to visit with your family while you were in custody?
They came to see me every weekend. Thanks God. The phone calls 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the afternoon, and the visit every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Literally, is the best support I have. Literally, is why I to keep alive all the time. Because when Monday came, I say, okay, it's almost Friday for see them again. It's basically wasn't my best support.
You said at one point that you wished that you were dead. What kept you going?
When they confiscated my phone, they checked some videos when I was with my brother. My brother is a sergeant with the U.S. Army. I have a lot of police officer friends. I went to a shooting range to shoot with them. The district attorney from ICE tried to use this video, even was something legal because I pay for that. I never buy a weapon. I only rent or I use the weapon for my brother. Um, but they are trying to say the judge I was a danger for the community because I use weapon. And my attorney fight for that, and my attorney say, Mario, don't worry, they don't have crimes against you. But in a moment, they came to they came to me and they said, you have weapon in your home? I said, yes, it's property of my brother. My brother is sergeant of the army. He gave me a weapon in my home for protect my family. They say, okay, you have 3 days to return the weapon or we will search your home. Wow, I was scared. It's a threat, threat. And then they sent 2 FBI officers to take me the DNA in the jail. They take me out of the jail and they take me the DNA. I told me my attorney, say, hey, I'm frustrated. I'm scared. They are trying to have a case against me related to weapon. I was scared. And the next few days, I was very stressing. I refused to eat for 4 days. I was not able to sleep. I was scared. I believe ISIS tried to destroy me. I prefer to be die.
You mentioned that there were reports of extortion against your family. Can you talk more about that?
Yes, when I came to Atlanta Federal Correctional, the ICE inmate was in the same unit like other inmates, black, white, Asian people with no ICE related. It's regular crimes like drugs, weapon. And when I came to the jail, to the Atlanta Federal Prison, some Hispanic people came around me. I say, Mario, you suppose you are free? No, I never be free. They don't allow me to pay the bond. We were talking about that when somebody came to me and said, hey, the boss want to see you. The boss. And they showed me somebody. I went to him. Yes, sir. And he was a black guy. He told me, who are you? Who are you? I say, why? Why everybody is talking with you? You are a police officer? No. I tell with this English. Police officer with this English? No, it's impossible. I tell, I'm nobody. I'm inmate like you. And then 30 or 40 minutes after, he came to me again with two more. He said, hey, and he said a bad word against me. He said, why do you not tell me you are news reporter? I said, because here, look my uniform. I'm no news reporter. I'm prisoner like you. And he said, okay, you have to pay $60 per day. If not, we're gonna hurt you. I said, what? Okay. But then everybody was locked out in the cells. I have with one Honduras guy. I was preparing to sleep when this guy came to me outside. He was cleaning. He was the person that cleaned the cell. He was trust person for the guard. He came to me and he gave me a cell phone behind the door with a phone number, with a paper, with a phone number. And he told me, you have 5 minutes to call your family and put the money there. I say, what? And they call my family, hey, please send $60 to this phone number. They send us the money and I return the phone. And the next day in the morning, they give me the cell phone again. And I have a two pictures from me there. I see the two pictures. I say, wow, they told me picture with the phone. I call my family again, say another $60, and my family sent another $60. And the third day, when this happened again, I tell my family, please tell my attorney and my consulate I'm victim of extortion. I don't want to stay here. They told me they're gonna hurt me. I can imagine I pay $60 every day. You know, $60 every day for months. It's not look like too much money, but for people is in jail with no salary, you know, it's not easy. But my family contacted my attorney and they send the picture they told me in the cameras, and my attorney finally was able to take me out of this jail. And ICE went for me next morning and put me in a Folkestone again. Folkestone is a little better food, little fair trade with the people. I think Folkestone is a little better, but the other jail with the regular inmate is something horrible.
Which jail was that?
Atlanta Federal Prison when I was victim of extortion.
How many days did your family have to pay the extortion?
3 days. And the fourth day in the morning, ICE moved me to a Folkestone.
Did you get 3 meals a day while you were at Folkestone?
Yeah, in each facility, 3 meals a day. Yeah, but sometimes I refuse to eat. You know, I lost 30 pounds. I lost 30 pounds. I'm trying to recover some, so I'm eating a lot here in El Salvador, but I lost 30 pounds.
What did they feed you?
In the morning, two eggs, uh, and the next day, cereal with milk, and the other day, peanut butter sandwich, and they repeat again.
Did you feel like when you were being extorted that you were again being targeted because you were a member of the media?
I think yes. It's because they believe I have money. You know, I was the only one. I talked with another gentleman on the email. He's from Mexico. He was there. Somebody told me, "Hey, Mario, you are not the only one. He's paying too extortion." I talked with him. He said, "No, I don't want to say nothing." You say, "Tell me because we have a good story. We are victim of extortion." I say, "No, I don't." He refused to talk with me about that. But the other email told me he was paying, and it's horrible. Immigrant paying extortion in jails.
When ICE says your arrest has nothing to do with your job, what do you say to that?
Well, that lies. That lies because in the beginning they say I came to the country legally. I never came to the country legally. I came with a visa, inspection in the border, in the airport. Also, after they say I was an illegal alien. I never was an illegal alien. I have more than 20 years work permit. The work permit allow me to travel, allow me to have a license, allow me to buy a home, allow me to live. They try to say I'm illegal alien just for affect me. And then they told the judge I refused to leave in 2012. That is not true. ICE offered me to close my case. My attorney has the emails. And also they say the judge I don't pay the bond in 2000. That is fake. I have the receipt. I paid the bond. You know, they take me out of the country with lies. Oh, a lot of lies. You know, it is sad because they use lies against me and they convince the judge with lies.
What is your hope for the outcome of the lawsuit?
Hopefully, the justice can see the mistake they commit with me, and they can realize I deserve to stay with my family because I respect the law for 22 years. In January, I will have 22 years in the country. You know, I'm out now, but hopefully somebody can see for almost 22 years, I respect the law, pay my taxes, being a good father, a good citizen, and I went to church. You know, I was the same honest life like American citizen. My only big problem is not being American citizen.
How do you view press freedom in the United States now?
Right now, it's damaged. I think it's horrible. I think even you are U.S. citizen, you don't have the same. You don't have right now. Uh, Couple of weeks ago, maybe months ago, I tell my colleagues, Latinos journalists, hey, be careful. You can be the next one. Be careful. But now, with the situation is nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. If you are white, black, you're journalist, you are reporting against. We are journalists. We are trying to be objective, but sometimes we have to report what's going on. They can say, they can think we are against them, even it's not true. And you can be retaliation for that. You can have retaliation for that. Was my case, and probably I was the first one, but I don't think we'll be the only one.
When you were in El Salvador and you were reporting, you did feel threatened as a journalist.
During 4 years, I was a journalist here in El Salvador for two national media, Diario Colatino and La Prensa Gráfica, and was wonderful experience. I learned a lot, but they give me a lot of problems too when I was covering protests. I was victim of attacks. I have videos, picture, police report, news report, and I came to the United States with the hope they give me asylum as a refugee. But they take a long time. When I applied for asylum in 2005, they take 8 years to see my case. And when they decide to my case, they say, "Oh, long time is happening. It passed. The country is safe now. You can come back." And they deny my asylum. It's mistake behind mistake behind mistake. But it's okay. They closed my case, and I was there for a long time, happy until June 14th.
Why did you want to come to the US and how have you seen it change since then?
Because my family lives there, and my wife is waiting for the green card. I was waiting for my green card too. In the next few months, I suppose I will have my green card. But now I don't know what's happened. I have a punishment now. I I hope I had to come back because United States. I have my home there. I don't have that more. My home is fully paid. I worked a lot during the last 20 years, so I have my own home, my own cars, everything. My American dream. But in a moment, they change everything for me.
What message does your case send to immigrant journalists, especially those that are covering ICE now?
Just be careful because ICE is very aggressive. They show me they are they don't they don't care about journalism. They don't believe in the media. They believe the media is against them. They see the media as an enemy. Just be careful because now they are arresting or threatening people, but tomorrow we don't know. They can use the weapon. We don't know. Hopefully not. But they have the power. They can do everything they want. It can be danger for us.
When you were finally deported, did you get to say goodbye to your family?
No, no, no. They just take me out at 4 a.m. in the morning, and the next day at 11 a.m. I was in my country. They only allow me to call in the night. The night before to be deported, I was allowed to call my family for 30 minutes. Yeah.
How has your perspective of journalism changed through this experience?
I think journalism is very important. It's still very important for everything. I think journalism is one of the most wonderful professions in the world. But with people in the power who think the media is an enemy, it's not good because the media work is to report everything, good things, bad things, everything. It's our job. We is not we are if we are journalists only say good thing about something, it's not honest because if something wrong happened, we have to report that. But the government don't want that. I think it's very damaged. The situation, the freedom of the press right now is very damaged, and it's too dangerous for the entire society. It's too It's too dangerous because I think it's the beginning of the serious crime. Serious crime because I remember in Germany when the Germany Hitler was following the Jews. something like that happened. The media was with the government, and it's impossible. We'll return back to the same position. We have to be objective and report everything, not only good things, everything.
What is your plan now?
Continue with my local channel, MG News, here in El Salvador, reporting here. A couple of days ago, I went to a department here in San Salvador to interview a family. Was my first report in my country since I came. I have an interview next week too. We'll do stories, but it's not the same. Here everything is different, less money for leave, but I had to survive. No choice. Probably somebody important with powers, see this interview or read the story. But yeah, I have a message for them. Remember, we are human too. Even we are immigrant, even we are not U.S. citizens, we are human too. We have the same right like them to be happy, the same right like them to have a family, to be safe. But right now, they are watching they are seeing the immigrant like criminals, like enemies. They are chasing our people. I'm not talking right now. I'm not talking as a journalist. I'm talking about regular person. I think it's unfair when you are chasing somebody just for papers, because it's supposed United States is a Christian country. Suppose, and the part of the Christian, I'm Christian, and part of the Christianism say you have to respect and love immigrants, but they are doing the opposite.
Are you going to be sharing your story and the stories of the people you met in detention on MG News?
Of course, my platform, I will cover the story with them, pictures and videos, and will expose their cases. Yeah, starting, I think, with the Colombian guy is the most important case. I'm just waiting. When he is deported, immediately next day, I will move to Colombia.
Are you worried about reporting in El Salvador, considering what you experienced before?
I'm optimistic because when I came, they received me very well. I'm optimistic everything will be good here, hopefully. But, you know, after it happened to me in the United States, everything is possible. I don't want to think about that because I prefer to I have enough problem in my mind right now with my family away. I don't want to think more problem with my journalist for now.
Is your family going to keep um, running your business in Georgia?
Yes, I have 4 people working for me there, including one of is my son. They are still working for me. Unfortunately, 2 of them was a full-time paid. Right now, they have a part-time because my income was down, literally 60-70% less. But we are still working. I think we will continue the 2 or 3 months until everything is better, I think.